Hey everybody, Rich here with Prep You. Hey, ran across an interesting article, and some people I've talked to said, Rich, it's no big deal, but you're gonna make the decision if it's a big deal or not. I think it's personally a big deal. Found this in the Free Beacon not that long ago. Um, yeah, back the end of May, so it's not that long ago that I found this. Interesting article, and the title to the article is Biden administration has records on nearly 1 billion gun sales. And I saw that and I went, what's the federal government doing with 1 billion gun sales records? Why are they holding on to that? And it basically says the ATF disclosed to lawmakers that it manages a database of 920 million firearm purchase records, including both digital and hard copy versions of these transactions. When a licensed gun store goes out of business, its private records detailing gun transactions become ATF property and are stored at the federal site in West Virginia. As it states here, a lot of gun advocacy groups are worried this is against the Second Amendment, and it basically constitutes the start of a federal gun registry. Representative Michael Cloud from Texas, you go Texas, led an investigation into the ATF database following a November Free Beacon report that the Biden administration has stockpiled records of more than 54 million gun transactions in 21 and expressed shock at the number of gun records being kept by the federal government. Cloud maintains that the ATF's database could be exploited by the Biden administration or any administration. This one, the next one, the one after that, it doesn't matter. I think just putting Biden administration in there is just, blaming one person as compared to blaming all of government. I mean, it's just not Biden. It's any administration could do this to surveil American gun owners as it pursues new restrictions on firearms. So anyhow, a federal firearm registry is explicitly banned by law. All right, but the administration is again circumventing Congress and enabling a notable corrupt ATF to manage a database of nearly 1 billion gun transfer records, according to the Free Beacon. ATF has increased surveillance on American gun owners at a high level. Now, the administration continues to empower people and foreign nationals while threatening the rights of law-abiding citizens, per Cloud. So while the ATF denies that these records are used to track gun owners, it transferred hard copies of information into a searchable digital database that it says is used to trace firearms tied to crimes. All right. The ATF reported that 865 million of the records are already in digital format. As the ATF stockpiles gun records, the administration is seeking to alter federal law that allows gun stores to destroy their records after 20 years, preventing the federal government from getting them. So the only time they get them is anything under 20 years and if the gun store goes out of business. So the administration wants gun stores to maintain their records forever, meaning that when a store closes, the ATF receives all of its records. The ATF gun record database has long been a flashpoint. All right. So the proposed change to the ATF in November meant that 100% of all lawful commercial firearm transfers would eventually end up in the ATF computer system, thereby creating a permanent database in violation of the law. If they change the rule. The ATF maintained in its response to a 2021 investigation that the sole purpose of its database and ongoing efforts to digitize out-of-business records is to trace firearms used in crime. Okay, sure. Sounds good, sounds noble, sounds legit, More than 500,000 traces were performed in 2021, according to ATF, and just under 500,000 in 2020. The ATF, however, says it does not have the ability to determine if the database actually helps solve crime. The ATF's National Tracing Center has no ability to determine the successful prosecution of hundreds of thousands of gun crimes traces it completed annually, nor does it have any way to link a trace for a specific prosecution for a particular year, the agency informed Congress. So what they're saying they're doing with the records, they admit they can't do. There's no way of doing it. So Adrian Johnson, Director of Federal Affairs for Gun Owners of America. If you're not a member of Gun Owners of America, you should be. An advocacy group that has closely tracked the ATF database, told the Free Beacon that it is becoming clear that the administration is on its way to creating a national gun registry. Not good. I know a lot of people out there, not my subscribers or the people that watch this, they say, oh, what's the difference? You know, National Gun Registry. Look around the world, what happens when the governments know who owns the firearms. And look what Canada might be doing now. Because Prime Minister Trudeau says in Canada, you have no right to self-defense using a firearm. I guess you just use hatchets up in Canada. Axes, chainsaws. Make no mistake, this is a clear evidence that a particular national gun registry exists, Johnson says of Gun Owners of America. If the American people don't stand up for their rights, Biden's anti-gun ATF, which it is, there's no doubt about it, will be able to track gun owners, infringe on their rights, and potentially even confiscate firearms. Well, yeah, this was actually tried in Illinois, for those of you who remember way back when Lisa Madigan was Attorney General. The state of Illinois, the Illinois State Police maintain all records on who bought what, who has what, and all that kind of stuff. And Lisa Madigan said she requested the Illinois State Police to give her copies of those records, electronic copies of those records, because she wants them for her office. Illinois State Police went, why? You don't need them. There's no reason. You know, if you're prosecuting something, we'll give you the information that you need, but you are not getting the database of firearm owners in the state of Illinois, and they fought it and they won. She dropped her pursuit of Illinois firearm gun records, and that was that. So, which is good, but you know, it doesn't take much of a change at the Illinois State Police hierarchy to change that. Currently, the AG is Kwame Raoul, and I don't know if he's requested it or not. But anyhow, the concern here for a lot of people is it is an infringement on gun owners' rights, and you don't want the federal government knowing who owns what ever. It's just the way it is. It's your right for God-given right to protect yourself, and you choose how to protect yourself. And let's face it, the firearm is the true equalizer, especially for women and older people and people that live in areas where it's not just one person coming after you, it's multiple people coming after you. So I just wanted to throw that out there, something to keep abreast of with the ATF and the administration. And like I said, it is currently this administration, but we don't know where it's going from there. So again, there's the title of it. It's the Free Beacon, May 29th. There are a couple other articles I've seen on this, but I just thought I'd bring it to your attention and let y'all be aware. So that's it. This is Rich with Prep You. You can see our other videos. We have lots of playlists on prepping and stockpiling and firearm legislation and coronavirus stuff and all kinds of things. We have like 290, this is probably 294 videos and 1,940 subscribers. So thank you, subscribers, appreciate it. Please subscribe, please ring that bell. Let's get over 2,000, but be careful out there. So that's about it. Like we always say, be aware of your surroundings, have enough food on hand to shelter in place or bug out, and please prep like your life depends on it, because it does. Thanks a lot. Take care.